It started with a car accident. Beaver Bank resident Angela McKinnon-Daoust was left with the deductible to pay for the repairs and another $2,300 in bodywork needed to pass an upcoming vehicle inspection. Strapped for cash, she put it on her credit card. When that same car was totaled in another crash only 3 months later, the insurance money fell $400 short of what was still owed on it. McKinnon-Daoust, then suffering from as yet undiagnosed clinical depression, felt the need to pick up her spirits. So, she began to shop. "You get a little high from buying small things, like a hair clip," she said in an interview earlier this month. In less than 2 years, those first few little things and subsequent purchases sent McKinnon-Daoust's credit card debt spiraling out of control. She wasn't alone. John Eisner, president of Credit Counseling Services of Atlantic Canada, says consumer debt is at an all-time high in Canada. Even after excluding mortgages and car loans, the average client who walks through his company's doors by the time he realizes things are falling apart is carrying a debt of $28,500. That's unsecured debt. Carrying an interest rate of 19 to 30% interest, said Eisner in an interview. That's a problem according to credit rating agency Equifax Canada's latest National Consumer Trends report. The average consumer debt rose by 3.3% in the second quarter of this year compared to the same period last year, climbing to $22,595 even after excluding mortgages. Newfoundlanders are carrying more than that, at $23,627, and so are New Brunswickers who have an average consumer debt excluding mortgages of $23,221. Nova Scotians are less indebted than the national average with $22,504, and Icelanders have the lowest average consumer debt in Atlantic Canada at $22,448. But those debt loads are climbing. In the second quarter of this year, all of the Atlantic Canadian provinces saw their average consumer debt grow by between 2.4% in Newfoundland to 3% in New Brunswick. It's too much for many Atlantic Canadians. The highest rate of delinquency in Canada on consumer debt is found in Nova Scotia, followed by New Brunswick. And all Atlantic Canadian provinces have a higher rate of delinquency on their consumer debt than the national average, according to the Equifax report. Regina Molina, a senior director of data and analytics at the credit agency, says that even in the face of potential increases in interest rates, Canadians continue to borrow more than ever, leaving themselves susceptible to interest rate hikes. If the interest rates go up, there will be a lot of people running into trouble, added Eisner. In the last 7 to 8 years, interest rates have been at historic lows. Credit card companies are also demanding a lot less from consumers these days than they did only a decade ago, requiring them to pay only about 1.25 to 1.5% of their credit card debt as a minimum payment every month. 10 years ago, those same financial institutions were asking for minimum payments of 5%. That easy credit, though, might not be around for all that much longer.